Yo, what up, a-holes? Thank you for tuning into the Holistic A-Hole podcast. My name is Eric Levi, and I'm the Holistic A-Hole, the mommy blogger with balls, the inconvenient truth of health, and a certified nutritional therapy practitioner. What is happening, everybody? Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a good weekday, weekend, Monday through Sunday, fun day, whatever day it is for you. I hope it's a good one. Hope you're having a great day. And even if you're not having a great day, hopefully you have something to be grateful for, because really that's what life is, man. Life is just about just living and being grateful. You don't gotta be happy. You could be a real miserable piece of shit. But if you are grateful, because dude, you got this life and you're living it, and you got the technology to find the Holistic A-Hole podcast. I mean, really, what is there not to be grateful for? You know? So I'm feeling grateful that you're listening. That's where I'm at right now. It's a beautiful weekend day here in good old New York City, where it's sunny and it's cold. It's noisy. People are pissed off. I saw a guy jerking off on the train, but things are good. And this one's kind of a little impromptu podcast because sometimes I be just walking around them streets of the city and I get to thinking about things. And this one, I've been kind of floating this this little thought in my brain, and I figure, hey, I got the podcast. Why not just throw it out there for millions and millions of people to validate this thought that I had walking down this. Maybe this just wasn't a good idea. Maybe I should just no, we're gonna do it. So it's gonna be fun. I've been thinking, man, because look, I'm a nutritional therapy practitioner. I don't know what that means. No, I do know what it means. You know what it means? It means I'm not just a nutritionist. I'm a practitioner of nutritional therapy, and I get to thinking a lot about what is a nutritional therapist, Because first of all, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say I'm a nutritional therapist. I'm a nutritional therapy practitioner, but it's kind of like this interesting intersection. It's intersectional. This little intersection of nutrition and therapy. And I kind of understand the way I kind of interpret what this is, because look, there's a lot of really awesome nutritional therapy practitioners, a lot of great NTPs. In fact, I would go out to say that nutritional NTPs are probably doing some of the coolest stuff in the health space right now. No doubt about it, man. Whether it's with diet, the gut, blood sugar, mental health, longevity, paleo, autoimmune paleo, EMFs, these people are all nutritional therapists. And kind of like the guiding theme of the nutritional therapy field is that none of us are here promising people that we're going to get them to lose weight, right? I think that is a huge thing, a huge way that NTPs kind of differentiate themselves. And I'm included in that. And I kind of understand what we're doing now. I have a ton of knowledge about nutrition, but what am I really trying to do with nutrition? What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get people to genuinely feel better, holistically, right? And I think about why am I necessary right now? Why is nutritional therapy necessary in the year 2019? Because I'll be honest, the stuff that I know, it's scientific. It's all based in science, but there's also this part to it that's a little woo-woo, and the woo-woo has science. And I love it because people don't want to believe that the woo-woo can be scientific, but believe me, the woo-woo is quite scientific and it's quite proven. And so why am I telling you this? Because I'm thinking about nutritional therapy in terms of some of the biggest problems I see plaguing people right now. And I will say that what I find to be one of the biggest problems, one of the biggest reasons why there are so many health problems, and they just keep getting worse. And I'll hear people on, podcasts or YouTube channels or whatever, and they'll be like, health's not getting worse. People are getting better. Look at all the drugs we got. And they're like, but people are genuinely getting worse. Sicker and sicker. Sicker and sicker. We spend trillions with a T, like Tommy Boy, trillions of dollars in our healthcare system. And people are wrecked. Wrecked. Every single person walking around, not just in New York City, but everywhere. Every single person has some health problem. And it's not supposed to be like that. I think it's probably always been like that. But I mean, there's definitely histories of other civilizations that don't have these problems. There might even be places in the world where there are actually legitimately healthy people, but in America, I don't see them, man. I don't see anybody healthy. I walk around, I see people with, everyone's got to have some kind of digestion issue at this point right now. Even people who are healthy, nutritionists, personal trainers, I mean, they got health problems, digestion, blood sugar. I'd probably venture to say most of the people I see do CrossFit have some kind of blood sugar dysregulation situation going on. So we all got these health problems, and I look at like what the health problems are. We're talking about digestion. We're talking about, people are chronically fatigued. People, thyroid medication right now is the number one most prescribed medication in America. The thyroid. I look around, and I mean, women, you have to have such pristine, cherry, perfect health to avoid some kind of thyroid problem, because the thyroid for you with your hormones, it's such a problematic gland, and it doesn't take a lot to trigger that, especially when it comes to the nutritional deficiencies in our food supply, especially if you're eating something like a low fat diet where it's just grains and sugar and carbohydrates. Like, that's not helping your thyroid. That's really stressing out your body a lot more than you think. And and then with dudes, dudes are chronically depressed. I mean, just chronically depressed, like to the point where it's not about mental health. It's about physical health manifesting these mental problems like depression, anxiety. I mean, men are on edge like never before for no reason either. I could understand if this was like 1861 and you were like getting called up to have to go to Civil War to shoot your fellow American brothers. There were no sisters there, I don't think. Mostly brothers. You got to go out there and shoot, some dude who just happened to live in a different part of the country than you. And that could be pretty stressful, I think living at a time of famine where there's not a lot of food, that would be pretty stressful. But hey, American dudes, we don't have any of that shit going on right now, right? We just have a garbage food supply, and dudes are addicted to video games and the social media. I mean, girls are too, but I mean, dudes, like, we have serious mental issues right now. And it all comes from a nutritional standpoint. And I'll even take it one step further, and I'll tell you what I see, at least in my universe, which is this constant drive for hashtag grindin'. You know what I mean? Like, everybody is just grinding so hard. We're hustling, we're working hard, we're playing hard. And I don't think people understand the physical toll that is taking on us here in society. I think when people are just constantly busy to just get to this perceived great place that for most people is elusive. We have an unrealistic vision about where we're supposed to be. I know with girls, it's very difficult because the media is really hard on you. and you have to look a certain way, you got to talk a certain way, you got to act a certain way. I mean, the pressure to have a perfect body for a woman is incredibly unrealistic. It's not fair, what society thinks you're supposed to look like. But for dudes, that same thing for women, for dudes, for us, that is this vision that we have of ourselves, that we're supposed to be, the CEO of some company, or like running our own business, or like we're supposed to be at the top of our field, and yeah, I mean, it's good to like shoot for that stuff, but for most of us, it's like we're not supposed to be there. Like for some of us, it's just okay to be like normal and just kind of like average. There's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with just being a dude, and you kind of sacrifice that hustle for just like, you like having a house and a family or whatever, just being a dude who likes to go out and play basketball, you're in rec leagues or whatever, and you got a job. I mean, there's no problem with that, but we have this constant drive that we're supposed to reach greatness, and we all want to be legendary. And what's happening is it puts a lot of people into like this real hardcore hustle, and what's happening is we're physically wearing ourselves down, men and women. Men, it's like we're trying to be at the top. I mean, women too. Women are hustling to be, top dog in the business world, top dog in the entertainment world. Where we're especially here in New York City, everyone's running around going on auditions, right? We're trying to like network. We're trying to be social. Now we're trying to like document all this on social media. So not only you have to be out, but you have to be documenting it. You have to have your camera up. You got to be putting your story on. If you're listening to someone like Gary Vee, you got to put like 30 stories up and like 8 IG posts a day. You got to write a couple novels on Facebook. You got to throw out like 25 just fire tweets, right? And then on top of that, you have to be a human out in the world, which you can't be when you're doing all that stuff. So we got a lot of pressure. People are on the grind, and what's happening, dude, is the diet is complete garbage. Because when you're out hustling, you're not eating a good diet. There might be food places, but it's not good food. It's canola oil. It's fried. It's fucking sugary garbage. It's the not the good salty, but the shit salty, trans fat. I mean, it's the food out there in the world is just terrible, right? Unless you're at like a cool like paleo event, or like a nutrition conference, and the food is much better quality. You're just getting shit food. You have to drink. People are smoking cigarettes. And then you're staying up insane hours, and you're always grinding, you're always hustling, you're always checking your email, you're always having to be on top of the next big news story. You got to have an opinion about Trump. You got to have an opinion about global warming. You hear what I'm saying? It's like you got to do a lot of shit, and that's just not what a lot of us are built to do. And what's happening is you're seeing that manifest in people's health problems. So it's manifesting, like I said, in your digestion, right? Because if you're eating while you're stressed constantly, which most of us are doing, you're looking at your phone, you're on the run, you're in between gigs, you're in between like fucking work and a meetup, or some networking thing, or some performance, or some whatever it is. It's like you're just jumping from one thing, and then you're trying to eat food in the middle of all that. And what you're doing is you're shutting down your body's ability to properly digest. And when you do that, not only does your digestion go to shit, your blood sugar goes to shit, right? Your exit time goes to shit. Your liver function goes to, your mental function goes to shit. Not to mention you completely wear yourself down physically, right? So people are just banging down coffees and energy drink. Look how much money people in this country, by the way, spend on coffee. I don't have those numbers in front of me. It's at least in the 8 figures. Can we just like jump to that conclusion? 8 figures? No. I'm sorry. Not 8 figures, 10 figures, right? We got to be talking 10 figures, 11 figures, just something disgusting, right? Because, Starbucks alone is a multi-billion-dollar company. I would imagine tens of billions of dollars in this country spent on coffee. Throw on energy drinks, throw on, some kind of insane vitamin supplement that they sell like in shot form, right? You can just like buy it and take a shot of it at the fucking Circle K in your neighborhood and then go out on the town. You don't even know what you just took. It's just flavored something, and it's got B vitamins. Does it really? Where do those B vitamins? Where do those come from? Oh, corn syrup. Oh, fantastic. Oh, you got your B vitamins, but they're all going to be used up processing the fucking corn syrup you just put it in your body. Not to mention the tax it's going to take on your liver. And if you're going to drink, you're going to double tax your liver with the sugar from that drink and now the sugar from all the alcohol and the alcohol from the alcohol, And if you think you can go a long time just abusing your liver, I know there's stories of people who drank till they were like 98 years old. But guess what? You got shit genes from those people. You don't have the genetic fortitude to live a life like that. I don't think anybody in my generation is living to 90 years old, drinking every night and smoking. It's just not going to happen, right? So, and if it does, it's going to be a very small percentage. And I have a feeling you, dear listener, are not going to be the one who gets to that. I'm rooting for you. I hope you do. Probably not going to happen. What's probably going to happen is you're going to have diarrhea, you're going to have constipation, you're going to get SIBO, you're going to have IBS, you're going to have cramps in your stomach. It's going to be fucking difficult to eat shit. You're going to have to give up all your favorite foods because you're allergic to everything. Allergies are going to crush you. Waking up in the morning is going to crush you. You're not going to be able to get through the day without at least 2 to 3 energy drinks or coffee. And then your liver won't work properly. You're going to not be able to detox harmful shit out of your body. Your skin's going to break out. Do you see where this is going? It's not good, okay? And how do people end up on thyroid medication? How does thyroid medication become the number one prescribed medication in the United States? Well, because of all the shit I just told you. Because what happens is your thyroid, when you hashtag grind and you hashtag don't eat the right shit, your thyroid basically says fuck this shit and stops converting T4 to T3. Right? Stops making, you stop getting that thyroid hormone, the TSH, right? Shit just doesn't work right. And if you're in that unlucky set that, both your digestion and your blood sugar is a disaster, well, guess what's going to happen? Your immune system is going to go hog wild on your thyroid. It's going to fucking get to it like a fly, like a batch of flies on dog shit, all right? It's going to give you Hashimoto's, right? And that's why you see so many women with Hashimoto's, because you basically extended yourself past the point that you were physically built to handle. Now, if you want to hashtag grind and hashtag take care of yourself and hashtag build a great diet that builds the cellular integrity and is complicit with your genetic makeup, then you can hashtag go bonkers, right? If you take care of that, if you also do the shit like weight train, it's good for your body, good for your brain, good for your bones, dude. You do all that stuff. Yeah, you could hashtag grind your body right into the ground because you bounce right back up. But look, man, we wonder why there is a health catastrophe coming, okay? Because people just aren't taking care of themselves. We have no concept of health anymore. We have no prioritization of health in this country until it's too late. Until it's too late. Oh, not to mention the pressure to lose weight, right? Let's not forget about that. The pressure to lose weight 100% plays into all this, okay? Because look, every time you guys do one of these diets, whether it's the keto or vegan or paleo or whatever it is, you really stress your body out. And a lot of people they got the trackers on and they're counting the calories or they're counting the macros. And then what? And what you're doing is you're robbing your body of the nutrition it needs to properly deploy things like hormones and your immune system, right? When you don't get that stuff working together, I mean, you have a recipe for really disaster in your body. This is why, it's like I have so many comedy friends, who are now in their late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s, late 30s, who are dealing with catastrophic gut issues. I'm not exaggerating. Like, I know a handful of people who have had very expensive surgeries to patch up their digestive tract, right? I know people who have, literally had the doctors open them up and go inside and, take out their gallbladder or work on their small intestine or their colon or whatever it is, right? Even a colonoscopy, those aren't fun. So this shit's real, man. It's real. How many female actresses out there are dealing with like a serious thyroid case because they've just been so, overburdened with running from this audition to that audition to this acting class to this improv class to this networking thing to this show to this call to this email. Oh, and somehow you still got to make money. So now you got to go work your nighttime serving gig for, 40 hours a week for really not much money. And then, you do that shit for 7-8 years and you get a commercial, maybe. That's your legacy, by the way, a commercial. So you now have a burnt out thyroid and all the money you made from that commercial goes into your thyroid medication. That's the reality of what we're doing to ourselves, going for this shit, man. Not to mention all the stimulants, right? We were talking about the energy drinks. That's a fucking problem. Think about all the alcohol that's sold in this country, right? Think about, the prescription drugs, the illegal drugs. Why are there multi-billions, hundreds of billions of dollars spent on stimulants in this country? Because we're all fucking burnt out, man. We're all burnt out. We're all just pushed over the limit. So when it comes to this stuff, really, you got to prioritize your health. That's it. It's not easy. I'm not trying to make it sound easy. I know this shit's not easy, but you have to start somewhere. It's a journey. It really is. Like, I know it sounds corny to say something like that, but this this health journey, it's a journey for a reason, man. It's a journey because, you gotta go on it. And it's gonna take you in a lot of different directions. It's gonna change you. It's gonna change how you think, who you are, and you have to be willing to accept that. And I think that's why most people don't do this, is because they don't want to give up that comfort of just being in this willfully ignorant place. So you have to just take that leap and say, okay, well, either I change the way that I go about this health thing, or you become a statistic. You run Kickstarters or GoFundMes because you can't afford your hospital bills, right? Or you just have to quit what you're doing altogether because you just don't have the time. You got to get a new job that has health insurance. You don't got time to go out and hustle, right? When you do that shit. So prioritize your health, man. Prioritize your health. And what do I mean? Work with an NTP. You don't gotta spend a lot of money, going to doctors and getting checkups. Hire an NTP or take like an NTP's course on nutrition, right? Just learn basics of nutrition. Work with me, work with whoever, whoever's in your local area, a nutritionist of some sort, maybe a functional diagnostic nutrition, some kind of health coach who's gonna help kind of guide you and learn this shit. Go on YouTube, learn about vitamin C, B vitamins, the benefits of fat in the diet, the benefits of protein, right? Educate yourself on this stuff and just do what you can to prioritize your health, because it is so important. Because look, you could hustle all you want, but in the end, if you can't physically hustle, what was the point of everything, right? So that's really it, guys. This was just something I was just kind of pondering as I was sucking down exhaust fumes in the streets of New York City. But that's what happens, man. You get enough aluminum and arsenic and lead floating around your brain, you start thinking, hey, I'm just gonna podcast a random thought. But I would love to know what you guys think. Are you hashtag grinding out there? Are you listening to this while you're hashtag grinding? I want to know. Hit me up on the socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You know what's fun that you can do? You can just take a screenshot of this playing in your phone and then just put it on your Instagram story. Tag me, the Holistic A-Hole, and you could be like hashtag grinding, whatever you want. Follow the Holistic A-Hole YouTube page. Subscribe to this podcast. Leave me a nice 5-star review on iTunes, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.